What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Diamond Dynasty video. If you are new to the channel, please consider hitting subscribe for more MLB videos like this. I try to post new tips every week, how to make stubs, how to earn XP, different ways to just build your roster and have the most fun with MLB, because that's what this game's all about. And I'm really enjoying the game this year. I hope you guys are too. So if you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. I'd really appreciate it. If this video helps you out, please drop a like. If not, you can drop a dislike. And leave a comment down below what you think about the video. If you guys have any comments about things that you would like to see me do videos on. Just in general, any comments like what you guys are doing in MLB, how you guys are enjoying it, what kind of cards you really like so far this year. Just a little peek at my lineup. I'll show you guys that in a minute too. But yeah, without further ado, stubs. How do you make them? If you haven't seen my video I did last week on how to make a bunch of stubs flipping using the market, go check out that video. I'll put it on the screen right now. But that was how to technically use the market, and specifically the Show Nation to help you flip cards faster. But I didn't exactly go over which cards to flip. Obviously that's up to personal preference. Some people like flipping diamonds. As I'll pull up the market here. Some people like flipping diamonds, like say Mike Trout or Jacob DeGrom, where you could make potentially a few thousand stubs per card, but the competition for these cards is so high. There's let's click on Trout for example. Look how many orders there are. There's just so many, it goes off the screen. The competition for these cards is so high, the prices go up and down like crazy. People will undercut the sell orders, undercut the buy orders constantly. So these prices are always fluctuating. So even if you say you bought, Mike Trout's a bad example because the 10% tax, you would actually lose stubs on this card. You wouldn't really be able to flip him. But let's say this DeGrom. So at 66,000, you'd lose 6.6 after tax. So if you sold it for 66,000, I'll actually show you here. You would make 59,400. Or whoops. Yeah, 59,400. So you'd make almost 300 stubs on this card, about 289, which isn't great by any means, but just as an example, 289 stubs. But look how many orders there are for this card. This could easily jump up to 60K on the sell order, and you don't get them for a long time. People just keep raising the price here, or people will undercut the sell or the buy orders. His price may drop to 64, 65K, and then you lose not only that profit margin, but you're actually going to lose stubs, at least in the short term. I mean, usually their price will rebound and go back up, and you can sell them later, but you may be stuck with this card for days and not be able to get any profit, or maybe actually even take a loss if you have to sell them quickly to buy other cards. So I generally avoid flipping diamonds, but a big thing I use is filters. So if you don't know, if you hit the square button, it pulls up this page. You can search by player by name or filter. So what I like to do is I focus on live series cards, right? Because I'm trying to complete all of the live series collections. You get the Mickey Mantle, all the other cards, the Sheffield, the BGO, and everything that comes with it. So I'm trying to do that. So I focus on live series cards. Also, these sell the fastest because everyone else is also doing those collections. So I always filter by live series. You also filter by sets. If you want to look at other cards like flashbacks or legends, by individual teams. So you want to look at the Orioles players. But I don't do that. You can also go by position. Just starting pitchers. If you're looking for a certain card, that's the one way to do it. But what I really use is minimum and maximum overalls and the minimum max price. So as you can see, I have 35,000 stubs. If I wanted to look for cards that are cheaper than that, I would type in 35,000. But as you'll see here, that 35,000 is in reference to the buy now order. So everything's gonna be under 35,000 buy now, but the sell nows will usually be a decent bit cheaper. So if we look at minimum for example, let's do 20,000. Notice these are all buy now orders that are over 20,000 stubs, whereas the sell now orders couldn't be under, like this match happened was 19. That's something to keep in mind. That's the buy now price that you're looking at when you use that. Let me just clear these out. So with that in mind, if you're trying to flip a card, as we've gone over in previous videos, what you want to focus on is that buy now is what you're going to be selling a card for. So keep in mind of what price you would like to sell the card for when you're setting these filters. So I'll show you guys a common filter I use. Since I like to flip bronze cards, I want to sell them for generally around 200 stubs and be buying them around 100 stubs, make a 100 stub profit per card. May not sound like a lot, but if you're making 100 stubs a card, you can sell maybe 5 to 10 a minute. So every 10 minutes you're making 1,000 stubs. If you're selling 10 cards at 100 profit each, it's pretty fast. Pretty good way to make stubs. Made quite a bit of stubs this year already doing this. So I would just type in, let's say 200 as the minimum, and like I said, I like bronze cards, so I'll go to 74 overall as the maximum overall it will display. And there you go. So these are only bronze cards that have a buy now price of at least 200, and they're all live series cards. So that in mind, you're looking for a price gap again over 100 stubs, but because of the 10% tax, you also need to keep that into account. So this let's see if I can find a good example here. This Robinson, I'm not sure, Kyranos, I don't know how you say it. Decent player, but you see this is about 103 stub margin. But when you account for the tax, if you sold them for 360, let's just say 366, you're gonna lose 36 stubs and only get back 330 after tax. So in reality, you only made like 65 stubs on this card. So you want to keep the tax in mind. So you want to make sure you're making 100 stubs after tax. I mean, you don't have to do that, but for me personally, that's what I'm going for example. Sometimes I'll break that, and if I see a card that's selling pretty well, I'll adjust accordingly, but for the most part, I want to make at least 100 stubs of profit after the tax. So let's see if I can find anything here. This Mike Fires. I'll put in a buy order, 142. You can see somebody put in 5 orders for 141 subs. They see the same thing I'm seeing here. Put in a buy order for 142. If I get that card, turn around and sell them for like 350, lose 35, I make about 315 after tax. So 315 minus the 142, that's like 170-ish stubs, depending on what I sell them for. So that's actually a really good flip. I might actually put in a few more orders in a case like this where I see a really good margin, because you want to take advantage of this as quickly as possible. Because what's going to happen is more people are going to see this. They're going to jack up this price by putting in a bunch of orders, and then also the more of them that get fulfilled, they'll try to undercut this price over here. So eventually this dude's price may drop around 320, 300, whereas you'll be paying like 150, 160, and so on. Eventually the margin will shrink down to under 100 stubs. So you want to act quickly, both when you're buying the cards, and then you want to keep it on your sell orders. And also keep it on the top left of the screen. It'll pop up when you do get an order fulfilled. Excuse me. So keep an eye out for that, because you want to be selling the cards as quickly as you are buying them. Because like I said, that margin can shrink very quickly, and you can lose out on your profit if you don't act quickly. Again, it may go back up later, but you don't want to sit around and wait and be stuck with the card. So this guy right here, I think I might have put in a bunch of orders for him, but let's put one anyway. 134. If I sell them for 275, I'll make about like 248, 249. So that's over 110 stubs of profit. That's what we're looking for. So yeah, just do this a bunch. Try to make about 100 subs per flip. What was that? Another thing is I like to buy the cheaper cards. So whereas this one's only like 70-ish stubs, put in a few orders for that. Put in a few orders here. I'll even go to A lot of times I'll even go to just numbers that are next to each other so I can put the orders in more quickly. So generally you want to only undercut or overcut if you're putting a buy order for about like one stub. But if it's numbers that are really close together, like 7 and 4 right here, I'll do that so I can put in orders more quickly. Whereas if you went 7, you gotta go all the way to 2. It's just a small thing that I do just to try to put in more orders quickly. And I'm putting in hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of orders. If you look at my completed orders page, I've got 316 pages of these. So I've sold thousands, I've flipped thousands and thousands of cards. And I only have 35,000 stubs currently, so you might be thinking, oh, this isn't that great a method, you only have 35,000 stubs. But I've wasted a lot of stubs trying to pull packs and get lucky. Don't recommend that. And also, I've actually been completing, just a little update for you guys, the live series collections. I've only got 3, 8, 11 teams left. So I've already completed 19 of the 30 teams. And I'm almost done with a few of these, like the Brewers I'm working on next. And that'll finish up the NL Central for me. And then I think I'm going to go with probably the AL East. Try to knock this out next. I really want to get this Jason Giambi. I've heard a lot of good things about it. But anyway, that's how you use the filters. And again, if you combine that the information from this video with my previous video where I show you how to use like a computer or iPad or whatever to sell the cards that you're buying. Again, if you're putting in tons of orders on your console, and then you just keep refreshing that completed orders page on your web browser, you can be buying and selling so many cards very quickly and just piling up stubs. Definitely gonna try to work on that today. I've been playing a lot of Face of the Franchise guys, trying to get a lot of those. So I've been playing a lot of like March to October, which is actually kind of fun. I've enjoyed that. But yeah, I've been trying to get a few team affinities done and other things just from playing the game. Trying to get my XP level up. You can see I'm silver level 20. But yeah, so I'm doing a few other things. I think today I'm going to really try to just make a ton of stubs. And hopefully maybe by the end of this week I'll have the live series collection done. It's being a little hopeful, but I'll definitely have a video out for you guys whenever I do get that done. But yeah, again, please subscribe if you aren't. I really appreciate it. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video and you think it helped you out. And leave a comment if you have any questions, anything that seemed unclear from this video, or if you have any other video ideas you'd like to see in the future. I appreciate all the feedback. I try to reply to every comment. I really enjoyed interacting with you guys, and it's something I like to keep doing going forward. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys are all doing well, and have a great day.